And so now he's actually throwing campaign ad dollars towards it. And he just recently did a campaign ad, particularly talking about those comments and sort of basically trying to show his compassion for the poor.
Too many Americans are struggling to find work in today's economy. Too many of those who are working are living paycheck to paycheck, trying to make falling incomes meet rising prices for food and gas. More Americans are living in poverty than when President Obama took office, and 15 million more are on food stamps. President Obama and I both care about poor and middle-class families. The difference is, my policies will make things better for them.
No, it won't.
We shouldn't measure compassion by how many people are on welfare.
But you just
We should measure compassion by how many people are able to get off welfare and get a good paying job. My plan will create 12 million new jobs over the next 4 years, helping lift families out of poverty and strengthening the middle class. I'm Mitt Romney, and I approve this message because we can't afford another 4 years like the last.
It's like, because we can't afford, like, he should have just, we can't afford another 4 years of Obama. Like, that's it. Like, you don't need to do the
What
4
the
years of the
hell
last
was
4
that?
years. It was,
So let's just understand this. So we can't trust Obama for his because you can't. Wait. I want to understand his argument here.
Okay.
We can't judge compassion on welfare. We can only judge compassion on people getting off welfare, and so. But if we can't judge compassion about welfare, does that mean that Obama didn't want people on? I'm trying to understand.
It's a very confusing. And then he says, and we shouldn't count the people based upon how many people on welfare, but then he counts the number of people on welfare, and then, neglects to, tell people that the reason why there are more people on welfare is because the restriction is kind of more lax for people to actually get on welfare. And we've actually, not only as a country, but in the various states and cities, have been encouraging people who are eligible to become, to get on welfare. Like in New York City, there's a whole movement because there are a number of people there that are eligible that are not taking advantage of the food stamp program, right? And so there's a whole push to get people to actually join the program.
But Elder, do you understand why they're doing that? Because people were actually sitting around hungry. And
Exactly.
And they're like, we actually have the
you
dollars
qualify
towards
for this.
You can actually receive help. Please reach out. Don't feel just embarrassed. Don't go hungry for this. I saw someone in the chat room ask, where was Romney coming up with that 12 million jobs number? And apparently apparently. This is also magic. Apparently, if we go on the exact route that we're currently on right now with the recovery from the economic collapse, in the next 4 years, we are on route to create 12 million jobs. Not changing anything, not doing anything that Romney wants to do, just doing what already has been put in place by Obama, we will actually create 12 million jobs. So what he's doing is, and funny enough, I read this in an article about Obama about why he's so really competitive about this campaign, is that he is making a bunch of claims that should happen no matter who's in office.
Yeah, and that's part of the one of the arguments. Granted, it's a sub argument by President Obama in the campaign, is that he doesn't want Mitt Romney to come in and take credit for all of the hard work that they've done. So people assume, to the general public, right? They think when you're in office, you get to make all these changes and they immediately take effect. That doesn't happen, particularly in the economy. Like, you need a long-term. It's a long-term thing because the money has to cycle through the system a number of times. Policies that are, set in place. All of those things don't happen overnight. Like unless you do like the stimulus, right, where you just do an infusion of cash by giving it to people and then they invest it in the system. Majority of the policies and things that both Mitt Romney and Obama are suggesting take time to take effect, right? So if you change presidency, let's say for some reason something happens and Mitt Romney is president and the economy starts bouncing back, he'll take credit for it when in fact all of those things occurred under the Obama administration. And so that's one of the things.
Plan. And that is the plan, and that is why Obama's not amused by this, because basically what they're going to do is they're going to create this whole narrative that under Obama we lost all these jobs. So what, the jobs started being lost before Obama got there. We lost all these jobs, all these things happened, and then under the magical reign of Mitt Romney, things got so much better. So what, he put 4 years down fixing all this stuff. No, Mitt Romney's leadership style and understanding and the ability to connect into the matrix, because he is in fact a robot, allowed us to make
So Mitt Romney is going to become the economic savior of America if the right strings are pulled?
Yes.
And that's going to go down in United States history?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.